on the line, the boys champion from Ocean City High School, Patrick Cusack. Good morning, Pat. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us. I know you had to do some shuffling around with a doctor's appointment, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Tell us a little bit about Thursday's race for people who weren't out there. Kind of an exciting finish. You were trailing there for a while behind your teammate Evan Schmeiser and Rich Heim of Mainland, and sort of had a real nice kick at the end there to win it.
Yeah, the race went out a little slower than we all thought it would, and then my teammate Evan took it out pretty fast when we got past the first mile. And then I trailed and tried to keep up with him for the rest of the time, and I only just caught up to him right at the end. So I was really working the whole time to try and catch up to him.
What was your first thought coming across that finish line? I mean, how to be a big thrill for you to win the league championship?
Yeah, I mean, I was just excited that it was over. Like, I was pretty dead after the race, but yeah, it was a good feeling. It's a nice accomplishment for us and the team.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that. You know, overall team, you guys from the boys' side won the league championship as well as the girls. For people who don't really follow cross country around here, you guys have had a great program for years down there at Ocean City, really dominating on both the boys and the girls' side. Talk a little bit about this program, this coaching staff, and the kind of things you guys have been able to accomplish the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I think our record is 72 dual meets without a loss in a row.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. So it all stems from the coaches. We actually, Coach Moreland actually retired last year. This was his first year not coaching. But he really built the program. And then Coach Purdue came in and helped a lot, and same with Coach Hoffman. We work with Coach Cook with some strength training and just different people along the way who help us all get to where we are today. So we just really trust in our coaches and what they tell us to do, and it turns out great. I mean, there's been a lot of good runners coming out of Ocean City, like Brett Johnson went to Oregon and later went on to be, I think, NCAA champion or something. And then Renee Tomlin ran for Georgetown, and now she's training for worldwide triathlon. I think she's like third best in the world or something. I don't know. I was reading the paper the other day. So it's good to see that we can keep the winning streak going for Ocean City.
Yeah, I think what's really interesting is you know, you guys, the boys and the girls teams have kind of helped lift each other up. You know, they run with you guys a lot, and that really helps them out. You know, you saw last year Devin Grisbaum won the Meet of Champions in cross country, and she ran along with you guys for a lot of those practice times. What's the bond like between the boys and the girls teams, and you guys really pushing each other to be the best you can be, and really that competitive spirit down there among all those runners down there at Ocean City?
It's nice and fun how we run with the girls' team. I mean, they have to kind of try and keep up with us, but it's good for them, good for their training, especially the top girls. That's how they're going to get better, running with people who are faster than them. That's the only way. Like, Devin trained with us all year long, and I think that really, really helped her because she was constantly pushing herself to keep up with us as we were pushing each other to move faster. And I think that's what enabled her to do so well last year.
Did she ever beat you in a race?
No.
I'm sure she came close, though. She's a heck of a runner.
Oh, yeah.
She's out there at Vanderbilt University now.
Mm-hmm. She's beaten a few boys on our team once in a while, but...
All right, we won't name any names.
Yeah.
But definitely a cool atmosphere down there at Ocean City. What is it about that program, that team, that makes you guys succeed so much? Is it just, I know I was talking to Devin last year. We did a story on her for Glory Days magazine, and she said, how can you not like running Ocean City? I mean, you got the ocean view, the boardwalk, you know, the bridge over there at 9th Street, so many different cool ways to train. How much of that goes into it?
A lot. A lot of teams aren't as fortunate as us to have the location. Like you said, we have the beach, the boardwalk, we have the bridges. We'll come to Upper Township and train in the woods. Other schools like that just don't have that around them. So that's what really helps us. And we train in all the weather of Ocean City. Like, even if it's hurricane or storming, we're still there training. If there's lightning, we try and run in the school. Like, nothing really stops us. And I think that also has helped our team a lot. Because when there's storms or lightning, a lot of teams just cancel practice, but we're inside the school still working.
We're talking with Patrick Cusack, senior down there at Ocean City, who won the Cape Atlantic League Cross Country Championship here on the South Jersey Sports Report on 97.3 ESPN. Now, Pat, a lot of people don't know this. I actually didn't know this till this week. You have a twin brother named Tommy who's on the boys soccer team over there at Ocean City. What's that like, having a twin brother that plays a different sport? Are you guys rivals, friends? How's that work out?
We're friends. We fight a lot, just like any rival would, but it's really nice just to have someone always there. And growing up, we always played the same sports, so we always practiced together and mess around in the backyard. But coming into high school, we started to go our separate ways and do different things. So it was different at first, but I like being on my own, kind of.
Which one of you guys is your mom's favorite?
Oh, I think it changes once in a while.
Depending on who's got the better attitude that day?
Yeah.
Who's doing their laundry, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
You got to be proud of Tommy. I mean, he's had an outstanding soccer career. They've won, back-to-back South Jersey championships, and they've had a really nice program there as well.
Yeah. I know they did really well the past 2 years, and hopefully they can get out another win this year. I don't know, it'd just be nice for me and the team to get our own South Jersey title, because he always brags that he has 2 and I have 0, but...
You got a little bragging rights now, right?
One. Yeah.
What was his reaction to you winning?
He was happy. He didn't go because he had his own soccer game, I think, but
right.
He was proud of me, I think.
If not, you might have to rough him up there in the living room or something.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the cross-country season. I know you have a lot of big races coming up, and everybody talks about Homedale Park and the Bowl. I know you've had some experience with that. What makes that such a tough race course?
There's just a lot of hills, and when you think there aren't any more, there's more, and it's just constantly you're going uphill and then downhill, uphill, downhill. So just the change of elevation really is difficult to run through well. It's just because you have to change your speed and your form when you're going up a hill rather than going down a hill. And then when you go along straightaways, there's different things to do. So it's just a difficult course because there's that, and then there's so many kids on the line with you that it gets kind of physical at times.
I know we talked about this after the race on Thursday, and you went into some pretty nice detail about this. A lot of people think cross-country, kids just go out and run, and the fastest kid wins. But how much goes into it mentally? You know, it's such a grind. It's 3.2 miles or whatever, and that could be, you're talking 16, 17, 18 minutes of really a lot of mental strain, a lot of physical strain. How do you get through a big race when there's a lot of pressure on you? And talk a little bit about the mental side of cross-country and how important it is to be mentally tough.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to be mentally tough when you race. It helps to know your opponents and to do a little research on them, just to know like how fast they go out and what times they can run, because that can play in a lot, because then you can figure out when you're going to pick it up or when you can not ease off but stay relaxed, or when you have to kick at the end in order to beat them because you know they have a good finish. So there's that, and then there's just the whole aspect of having to run hard for a long time. It is mentally and physically draining, but around 15 minutes when you're near the end, you have to tell yourself to keep pushing, keep moving, because in a minute or two, it's all going to be over, and then you can relax. So that's probably the hardest part for me, just getting to that point and then pushing through the pain, because it is a lot of pain management, just because running for that long at that speed is difficult.
If you're just joining us, we're talking with Patrick Cusack of Ocean City, outstanding senior cross-country runner who recently won the Cape Atlantic League Championship out in Millville on Thursday. Pat, talk a little bit about your teammate, Evan Schmeiser. I was impressed with the way he ran and just the intensity he brings. He's such an intense kid, and really, it seems like he really pushes you, and you do the same for him to kind of be the best you can be, and it really elevated that program here late in the season. Yeah,
he's a really good friend of mine. I'm glad we get him close this year. We definitely work together during all the races. We're not rivals, but we definitely push each other throughout the races, and without him, I don't think I would be able to run as fast, and vice versa. It's definitely nice just having someone like next to you who's going through the same pain, but he's pushing through, so that gives me motivation to push through. And then I'm sure that's reciprocal. He's feeling the same way. So it's just nice having someone right next to you who can work with you, and hopefully that continues throughout the rest of the season.
And you've had some really good competition in the Cape this year, and especially in the league championships. You know, a kid like Rich Heim from Mainland, Daniel Doe from Apsagami. What's it like, you know, when you're coming over that bridge there in the final pack with those guys, and everybody's sort of pushing each other, and you see that finish line about 100 yards on that straightaway. What's going through your mind there? And you're kind of looking over your shoulder a little bit and seeing if you can hold these guys off.
Yeah, I was just thinking to move like really fast. I know Heim's good at the end, and Daniel Doe is just a really good runner overall. So the only thought going through my mind was to get to that finish line before everyone else and just push through the pain, because at that point it's really hurting.
Did you get the jelly legs when it ran across the finish line?
Yeah.
You feel like you're going to fall down?
Oh, yeah. Fall down, pass out, throw up. And the after part sucks, but after like a minute or two, all that goes away. You feel good.
Well, hey, holding up that first place ribbon kind of makes it a little better, right?
Yeah.
All right, Pat, I appreciate you taking a few minutes. We got to run. We're up against a break here, but thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah.
That was Patrick Cusack, great young man, outstanding cross-country runner down in Ocean City, and the 2015 Cape Atlantic League Boys Cross Country Champion.